My name's Erica and welcome to my pinball journey. In this episode, I'm going to share with you guys my first initial reaction to playing Jersey Jack Pinball's newest game, Avatar. Now, I got the chance to sit down with my buddy Manu, who we actually got to go to Jersey Jack's Media Day, where they flew us out to Chicago to go play this game, which was an amazing experience. Thank you so much to the Jersey Jack team for the invite. I'm blown away by the amount of support for my channel from the community, so thank you. And I will dive more into that whole experience in another episode, and if you're a fan of the channel, I do know that I am missing a few other episodes, and I'm getting those out to you guys shortly. I am working on them. They're almost done, so thank you for bearing with me and having the patience. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and run the clip.
All right, what's up, everybody? I'm here with Manu, and we just got a chance to go to the Jersey Jack Pinball Factory and play the new Avatar game. So we're just going to share our quick initial thoughts. Manu, what's going on, man? How did you feel about today?
The game, so this is Mark Seiden's first game. I remember him from the Metroid days. We made Metroid Pinball. It's a homebrew. And the first time we walked in and saw the game set up, they just draw you to them. I mean, it's period. Like, yeah. I think this is the most beautiful, and Elton John is a tough one to beat.
Yeah.
This one is insane of how alluring it is.
Yeah.
And did you notice they put it in a dark area?
Yeah. I noticed it was a bit darker. They didn't have it under the bright lights, or that they must have toned down some of the lights, because I definitely felt like they were trying to show us like more of the lighting kind of situation of like what you can expect from this kind of game. Because you are going to play in arcades that can be very dimly lit.
That's the one thing that, like, my takeaway, you know, not to bury the lead, my takeaway is that this game will earn. And if it's in an arcade, which is going to be a poorly lit, it is the one game you want in a poorly lit situation. We have an alien from Pinball Brothers in a poorly lit area that is hard to see. It's difficult to see that game, and I really want to put pin lights on it. Don't put pin lights anywhere near this game.
Oh, you don't need to. You don't need to.
No.
No, this game is just like you were saying with Elton John. I think it almost feels hard to say, but I love Elton John, and I think it is like one of the top designs for Jersey Jack. But this one actually, I'm not even I'm an Elton John fan. I'm not even that big of an Avatar fan. That it doesn't really pull me. Like, it's not something I'm like super excited about. But this art package and the way it's presented and the colors, I'm drawn into it. Just like the movies. Like, the movies I think are visually stunning. Do I seek out to watch this movie all the time? No. But do I love watching the bits of it and getting immersed back into that world? Absolutely. I think that this is probably, I'm going to say it, I think this is Jersey Jack's most beautiful game. I think it beats Elton for me. And I love Elton John.
This is hard to beat. It's hard to beat. Like,
let's go, Leah. Some female artists.
Oh, yeah. And I was just thinking about the playfield. When you go to the cabinet, forget it. That's like 100%. So, I guess let's be honest. Zombie Yeti is amazing. This is so not Zombie Yeti, and it's amazing. You got to see the artwork on the side of this. It's not just photos. It is an actual kind of comic book representation, but not like a cheap comic book that you would just buy at a dollar store, like those expensive graphic novels that you put on the coffee table. The side, I mean, you don't play the side, you don't play the back glass, but this is a part of the, it's a part of it.
The whole experience. Even, I love, if I could, I would buy the collector's edition with that armor coating, the hydro dipped.
Oh, forget the armor coating. And the
topper. Like, that's the whole package. I would almost guarantee that they're going to sell more of those than the other version, just because of how much more you get with that. It's like only what, 2-3 more?
So I don't know what the prices are. Actually.
I would say that whatever that price bump is, that it's worth it. So
Jersey Jack has distanced themselves from bargain basement pinball.
Yeah.
Like a few games ago, they already did that. They are on a trajectory to say, if you want the absolute before you even flip it, greatest experience of your life walking past this game. They're already there.
Yeah. They got you just by the visuals.
They got you by the visuals.
Yeah.
It's tough to do that. So if you're drawn in. Now, one other thing I said is I think this game will earn well on location because of the drawing factor that it has and the family-friendly, it's Avatar.
It's Avatar. It's not Godfather. You're not worried about your kids
No,
being like, what's
right.
going on with the gangsters going on there?
It's not Avatar. It's not Gavatar. Oh my God.
Avatar. Yo, we're gonna make pieces from Godfather and Avatar together.
Gavatar. It's not Godfather. It's not Elton John. You know, a musician who was popular back in the day that the kids don't know about.
I love Elton John. I grew up on him, but that's because my dad.
Yeah, it's not Wizard of Oz. It's not Wonka, which is also a 70s movie. It is Avatar. So it is recent as heck.
Yeah.
The most recent other movie they did was Toy Story 4. This game beats it in terms of how it looks.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So
By far.
how does it play, though?
How does it play? That's a hard... It's so much. It's doing a lot. It's giving.
Yeah.
It's giving a lot.
Yeah.
And I actually really like how it plays. I definitely know that my skill set, like there are some shots that I was having a lot of trouble with, but I think that if I got a chance to play more and really sit down with it and get to put more quarters into it, I think that I could really have fun ripping at this game. Because it's also kind of a new feel, right? Like Jersey Jack games now, since Elton John, I think the flippers feel a lot better.
Yeah. So they
feel like Elton flippers, where I don't feel like on some of the other games the flippers.
You're struggling.
Yeah, it felt like a weird thing.
Yeah, one of the games wasn't set up properly. I knew it wasn't level, and it still managed to get up a tough ramp if you hit it just right. The game is not symmetrical at all, and that's because of the Na'vi they don't have symmetry in their world. So
they don't even have numbers.
They don't have numbers. Everything is on point as far as that. I was a little nervous that the game was going to be too hard. And then when I flipped a few games, I'm like, this is good for families and kids.
Yeah.
And it's not like a Toy Story kind of easy. There's so much.
There's so much.
So you can spam your way through probably 50% of this game. But then the last mile, you gotta own up. You gotta step up.
Yeah, there's some shots that I'd never even got the eclipse shot. Like that was such That's such a hard shot to make.
I spammed it and I got it.
Yeah. And I was trying and but I think it felt like for me it played a little long, but that's I mean, for me that's fine because I like to know that I'm gonna get to play more than 30 seconds of the game.
Yeah.
And so I felt like maybe it's my skill as a pinball player too. Maybe I've improved more.
That in the villain.
Like yeah. I'm not entirely sure about that, but I would say better than the average player, but like as a casual person to step up, I don't think that this game would be too hard for somebody to play. Yeah. It's not like there's the one super steep shot and then you got like 20 million different places you can go. You got a scramp.
A scramp, which is a
scoop ramp.
Scoop ramp.
Yeah.
Funny kind of. It's kind of like Venom, but not. There's one tough ramp for me on the right. That's pretty tight. Outside of that, anywhere you shoot the ball, it'll probably go somewhere. Yeah. There's not a lot of brick shots.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on, and there's one multi-ball so there's two main multi-balls, which I'm like, thank God, only two. One of them is, what? There's two up front.
Yeah.
One of them that's pretty easy to get to, and one of them that's a little more challenging, that I think you can pull both into modes. There's two lower playfields. One that feeds to the other, which I thought was a pretty impressive thing. So if you think of the first lower playfield as, the out ramp, the out lane on Wizard of Oz, where it's a pop bumper and then targets. There's a pop bumper in there, and there's targets like that. It's like a mini Wizard of Oz, except you use the flippers to change which target gets hit. So now there is a little bit of skill in there. Instead of just hoping that it hits all of them, you can actually move the flippers and get that. Once you complete that, it goes to the next one, which is the crab. So it's they're little flippers, guys, with a little ball. It's not a standard size, because everyone who's looked at
I never got there.
Oh, okay. Everyone who's looked at the trailer and thought, the flippers are too close together and the ball will never drain. It's not a full-size ball. It's a little ball. Think of Munsters, but not as tiny.
Yeah.
A little bigger. A bash toy and 2 orbits. And then once you complete that, you get one of the multi-balls, which is not terribly hard to do. My other concern about that was since it's such a family-friendly game, my kid's going to stand on a Marco stool and play the game, but not still be able to see down into those play fields, I don't think. So that would be a challenge for kids to actually see down into those play fields. So when the ball goes down there, they're going to think the ball's gone, maybe walk away. But that's it. Yeah, like, because I'm thinking about who is this for? I think this is more for families and casual players than, you know, Eschers and Elwins and...
Yeah. I think that certain kids, though, like, it seems like Jersey Jack had said that they do have people kind of play testing and, like, they bring family, friends, and probably kids get a chance to play test.
They're going to have fun.
So I'm sure they're going to have fun, and I'm sure that they would have... I guess we'll find out once it's on location if kids are having trouble with that. But even if like, I feel like I'm a decent player, but I couldn't even get to the lower playfield. So maybe the kids won't make it there either.
All the kids will do it.
They'll beat me on scores for sure. They're just gonna button mash more than I was. No, but the game was really fun. I actually would honestly, I'm not even pulled by Avatar. I'm not even pulled in by Avatar, but as a game to play over and over again, actually, it's very very tempting.
Did you get that one more game feeling?
Yes.
Yeah, I did too.
Like, can I just pull that arrow back? I just wanted to keep going, but you know, making content and all that stuff. I'm like, oh, I have to film this. I have to film that. Like, but I am going to get to enjoy the game tonight. We are going to go play the game tonight at Interium again and hang out with more of the team and get to play the game. But initially, I actually really enjoyed the game. I thought it was a lot of fun. I think people are going to really like it. I think that it's a game that is going to earn on location. Like, as I start to delve into this pinball universe, I see titles and things that, at least in the Bay Area, I know that this game would probably be really successful.
It would be really, at least for the first couple of months.
Yeah.
Be really successful. I mean, I don't know what the long game is in it. Like, it gets hard. It does get harder, but it feels like it plays a long time.
Yeah. But I'm happy for that because I would rather play for longer than like 30 seconds. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So, anything else you wanted to share about the game that you thought was cool?
I had fun. I'm thinking about playing it now. But we're still in the kind of the
honeymoon phase.
The honeymoon phase of whatever game, right? Yeah. So we'll see in the long run how it does. But I think initially it's amazing looking. Yeah.
It's a collector's piece for sure. Like,
oh my God.
People that have this in their home environment, this is something to show off. Just be like, yo, check out my.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Like and the UV lighting, like that whole, like, I love this glow in the dark feel, UV, like, what? Yeah. That's just so cool. It's crazy. You know what I've realized is that my mic was off this whole time.
Is my mic on?
Your mic's been on, so maybe my audio will not be as good as yours. But that's okay. So those were our final thoughts. Sorry about my mic issues, but hopefully you guys still enjoy this video. This is the wonderful Manu. He is Mystery Pinball Theater 3000, and he has an amazing pinball stream and is local near me, and it's really cool that we both get to be here representing San Francisco. What was that?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
We get to be here repping the Bay Area from California. Yeah. I think we came the farthest.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Some other people get to like drive or take an hour flight. I would have loved an hour flight. But, you know, this is really an amazing opportunity. I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah, I'm glad you did.
Yeah. Like, I hope that you guys get a chance to flip the game soon. Sweet. Might have to cut some of that out, but
thanks so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this episode and our first initial reaction. Feel free to let me know what you thought in the comments down below. I'll also put a link in the description with like the trailer for the game if you missed that, and Jersey Jack's company and all that good jazz, and how to find Manu. So I really appreciate you guys watching the channel, and I'm super, again, like I'm super grateful for all these opportunities being given to me by the pinball community. It really means a lot, and it's not lost upon me on how much this really means. So thank you, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you're at, and I'll catch you on the flip side.